Hello guys, sorry about that. The video ended. I know, I wanted to share this guys because this is a New Year's special since you guys have been hanging out with me all these years for all this time and all these years or like a year. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna make the best as I can. Anyway, I'll get to it. As Bell Cornell is we go to him as a teenager or we go to him as a kid. And as all kids, they go outside to play. Bell, his grandpa says. Bell turns to his grandpa and says, "Yes, Grandpa? Make sure you come back after dark. It's dangerous after that." Which is true. There are monsters where they live, but they're incredibly weak compared to the dungeon's monsters. Even so, you can't be too carefree. So now Bell opens the door and leaves. Damn kids these days. Well, my grandson's gonna be a good hero one day. Follow your dreams, Bell. As we cut to Bell in the grassy fields, playing around by himself, and he notices something on the ground. It was an arrow, but for some reason, the arrow gave off some type of aura which Bell could feel, but didn't really feel any dangerous intent towards it. I know you're wondering, how could Bell at that age be, I don't know, be aware of the danger it is? Well, I'm gonna say Bell has a joke. Noah, I'll get to it. Bell has something what you would call, how shall I put it? An instinct. He was always born with it, like how Joseph was, like how Josuke is. Because if Josuke didn't have Joseph's I don't know, warning, danger imminent, do not touch that, he would be dead infinitely. Oh yeah, if you guys want me to say Bell's your next line will be whoever says yes in the comment section first to this part, I will do it. Anyway, I'll get to it. If you're wondering why I keep doing that, because I'm making sure my phone does not shut off like last time. Okay? Okay. What's this? Walks towards it. Slowly. It looks like an arrow. Looks like it's been here for about a couple years now. Bell said. The arrow looked fine to Bell. And even though it looked incredibly old, and plus the wooden piece for the arrow was already rotting away, the only thing that was not rotting or rusted was the arrow, or the little sheath for it. I'm not really good at words, but anyway. He then proceeds to touch it, or grab it. But all of a sudden, the arrow begins turning towards Bell. And when it's turning towards him with such speed that it stabbed Bell's neck. And when it does that, a whole bunch of light began appearing around Bell. However, he was pretty far away from the village, so no one could see this. And when Bell woke, he felt fine. As he looked at the arrow, it was lying on the ground next to him. He was actually checking his neck wait, how do I not have a hole in my throat? How am I not dead? How? As Bell says, it must have been a dream. But Bell was wondering if it even was a dream. He felt pain from it. So, Bell takes the arrow. He doesn't know why he wants to take it. God knows he wants to get rid of it, but for some reason, he doesn't want to throw it away. So, he puts it in his back pocket and goes back to the village. And after that, he went into the cabin, or the cabin, where his grandpa is, and sat on his grandpa's lap. Belle, you little rascal, you almost had me worried there. You are about 5 minutes. You're about 5 minutes you're about 5 minutes more earlier than usual, Belle. What happened? His grandpa says. Miss Belle says, "Well, Grandpa, do do you think this is a dream?" As Belle's grandpa looks at him with confusion. "What do you mean, Belle? What do you mean, grandson?" As Belle turns his head to him like, "Well, I was playing in the fields and I had this weird dream I got stabbed by an arrow and I could feel the pain, but when I woke up, the pain was gone, and so was the arrow." Belle lied, which his grandpa is a god, so we know his son lied. But he let it slide. He sees his boy is really distressed, whether or not he's there or not. But an arrow in the throat could have killed him, which puzzled Zeus. Zeus was looking. Zeus was very thorough about looking at his grandson. One glare could even make sure he was telling. One glare was making sure his grandson was not hurt. However, his grandpa began to speak. "Belle, if you dreamt something like that up, then it must be your imagination. Get some sleep, boy. Then we can go. How about this? How about we go fishing tomorrow? I know you like that." Wait, can I use a little wax worms, Grandpa? "Yes, my son. Yes, grandson. Now get to sleep. It's past your bedtime. Or it's your bedtime now." "Thank you, Grandpa." As Belle goes to room and sleeps, as Zeus sighs, the boy was telling most the truth. However, the part where he said he got stabbed, he could feel the pain and the arrow go through his neck, puzzled me. If that arrow truly did go through him, he would be dead. But what really puzzles me is, how is he alive? Is my question. But I will not get too deep into it. Besides, I think Belle kind of imagined it, but I'll keep a close eye on him. He's 5 now. 16 more 16 more years until I must go and leave him. A shame. I want to see you grow, Belle, but I have to leave you so you can grow and become what you want to be most. A hero. As we cut to Belle in his sleep, he is dreaming of something. It's not something, it's more like a feeling inside of him. A feeling that he's always had but never knew about. As he begins thinking about what it is, he then begins hearing a name as he begins thinking and putting the words together, because the words are coming in letters, just W, E, A, T, H, and for about 5 minutes, he pieced the words together, and he said the word weather forecast. And when he said those words, a huge light appeared in front of him in the dreamscape, and it began turning into something, a humanoid figure. It looked like clouds, but they were forming into a person. Bell was wondering what he was seeing, but for some reason Bell knew that this being was connected to him. As this no unknown entity looked at Bell, staring into his eyes, and Bell doing the same thing. They stare at each other for a good 2 seconds until Bell says, "What are you?" There's silence for about 5 minutes, and then, "I am your soul." Bell's like, "My soul?" "Yes. You see, you are my master or user. I have been dormant. I have been in dormant for a long time. I have been in dormant since your very birth, Bell." Bell's like, "So, are you saying? What? Could you be more specific?" "Well, I am your very soul, your very being, your very thoughts." Bell's like, "So, is this? Do you have free will of your own?" "I do, but my will is to follow your orders." Bell's like, "Well, could you answer me this one question, Mr. My name is Weather Forecast. Please call me that." "Okay, Mr. Weather Forecast. Um, what, what, what can you do?" As Weather Forecast looks at him, "I can control the weather, the very phenomenon you people call this weather. I can also create water." Bell's like, "But really?" "Yes, I also have something else. I can drop down poisonous frogs onto any onto the world. However, this will dramatically drain my power. Also, as as a being begins walking towards Bell, and he says, "Hold out your hand." Like this?" As the figure slaps his Bell's hand, and all of a sudden Bell's hand begins going like catching on fire. As Bell was about to scream, the figure snaps his fingers, and the fire easily just goes out. And also, the wounds were completely gone. Bell's like, "What was that? It hurt." As Weather Forecast said, "That is your ability. Whenever we are hit, our defense is impregnable, but we are still lacking in some manners. I'm not really durable, but I do get the job done." As all of a sudden, Bell begins agreeing with Weather Forecast. And then Weather Forecast looks at him, "Bell, I will be merging merging back into you. When you awaken, you may be a bit different." Bell's like, "What do you mean different?" You'll be a bit older, smarter. Also, you're training this ability. You're training with me so we can grow our power. or your power. Bell's like, no, it's our power, Mr. Weather Forecast. As Forecast says, before we do this, I must tell you about the thing that you brought with you. As Bell says, the arrow? As Weather Forecast says, yes. You see, Bell, this arrow unlocks something that's hidden within the soul. The soul? Bell says, yes. You see, everyone has something in slumber, a hidden ability, or a hidden potential that no one knew. Besides, these arrows that you found one. To my knowledge, I believe there is more, but I think that this is the only arrow that's in your village. And Isabel's like, so, what happens if I stab someone with this? Well, Bell, there's actually something you should know if you try to stab someone with this. Isabel's like, what is it, Mr. Weather Forecast? Well, indeed, someone will be able to gain power by this arrow, but there's also a high chance that it will kill them. I was like, what? As Weather Forecast begins saying how Bell was the lucky one, you are extremely lucky, Bell, to awaken your ability. Because if you didn't, then you would have died on that spot. And luckily the arrow deemed you worthy to awaken your powers. Or strong enough. As Bell says, okay, so where do we start? We will start with your training. As all of a sudden, the whole mindscape turns to someone waking Bell up, and it is Bell's grandpa. As soon as he wakes up, his grandpa notices something. Something on his grandson's back, on his shoulder. A birthmark. Hey, okay, quick pause. Hey guys, give me a minute. If you think about it correctly, during when Weather Forecast had a star, he gave Weather Forecast stand user gained a star from getting Poochie. So I'm licking his stand will have a birthmark, aka will be increasing at least about some major factors like. You know what? You guys can look at Weather Forecast's thing. You guys better make up a good reason what should be increased since the birthmark is a Joestar, because the Joestar bloodline increases your strength dramatically. But anyway, I'll get to it. 15 years later. We cut to Bell Cornell training harder and sweating. And he built like a goddamn fucking Giorno Giovanna. Let me just see if I don't have it. No. And yeah. I don't know where to go with this, but one day Bell's grandpa looks at his grandson and says, Bell, it's time to eat. As Bell's like, oh, sorry, Grandpa. I'll get to that. I'm coming. As he puts down his training weights and walks out the door and cleaning himself off because of all the sweat, one thing that was pretty obvious that Bell looks so fucking buff. Like, legit, he looks so fucking buff. I can't remember how old, okay, I can't remember how old Bell is, so if you guys could, like, tell me in the comment section, tell me how old he is, then I'll be really appreciative. just tell me like the number, and I'll go back like 2 years or three. But anyway, let's do this. Man, as Belle sat on the chair where the food was, the food was, his grandpa said, "Belle, didn't think you've grown so much, especially your height. You're even taller than me." As Belle smiles like, "Thanks, Grandpa." Which, the moment Belle woke up from that dream, he was always serious, and I swear to God, I better see. And your next slide will be I will like handshake that person in real life and take you to a carnival. No joke, I will. Anyway, to it. As Belle begins to, how should I put it? Say, well, I've been working really hard, Grandpa. As his grandpa could see that, which Zeus was impressed, even in his old like form. He could see how much more muscular he was than Zeus was. Which Zeus was like, did he get that fucking 7-pack from me? There's no way he got that from me. Okay. And I really don't want to. I want to end it here, but at the same time, I don't. Okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep waiting until I'm tired enough. Anyway, as Belle, as his grandpa began cleaning up the dishes as they were just got done eating, and after that, he begun washing the dishes. His grandpa, and so Belle wanted to help, so he did that as well. As Belle left, his grandpa's like, Belle. As Belle's like, yeah, I need you to do something. Can you go to Farmer Dave for me for the next 2 weeks? Yeah, sure, Grandpa. As Belle leaves to go there, he's already got his things packed and ready. I'll see you in 2 weeks, Grandpa. As his grandpa's waving his hand goodbye, and as he hears the door close, like, I wanted to stay here for another year, but he's grown too much. I could see how much potential he has. Sorry, Belle, but I'll be leaving. And we cut to the whole scene where Bill's like hit by tragedy and stuff. But if you guys like me using this mic or using a mic, I almost hit the stop recording button. Oh god. And yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you didn't, I don't care. Hope you guys enjoyed. This took me a lot of energy to make. So if you did enjoy, please smash my like button. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Goodbye.